Almost everyone grows up hearing the fairy tales where a prince finds his princess, and then they live happily ever after. Thus, royal romances start fascinating some people since their childhood. The Hallmark Channel has released so many good movies over the years, and some of them have great fantasy love stories of princes or princesses. Today, we'll be talking about the top 10 royal Hallmark movies that have graced our screens. Before we get to our main topic, if you have not already done so, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you can get a notification whenever we upload a new video for you. Number 10. Fit for a Prince. Fit for a Prince is a story of Cindy Cordella, who has been working with fashion designer Rebecca Roslin, who is very popular among elite socialists and celebrities. Their new client is Hamilton family, who is hosting a charity ball. Things take an interesting turn for Cindy when Prince Ronan, whose family is friends with the Hamilton family, comes to the shop to get his outfit made for the ball. Ronan starts to fall in love with Cindy, which is not received well by Ronan's date to the ball, Julia. What will Ronan and Cindy do now? If you want to find out, watch Fit for a Prince. Number 9. My Summer Prince. My Summer Prince tells the story of Mandy Cooper, a young executive assistant who wants to be a PR executive. When a British prince, Jack Turner, who is notorious for his partying ways, gets arrested after ruining a landmark, the royal family hires Mandy as PR consultant to rectify the damage. But things get a little too complicated when the prince starts falling in love with Mandy. Number 8. A Royal New Year's Eve. This is the story of an aspiring fashion designer, Caitlin, who was hired by Lady Isabel to design a gown for the Royal New Year's Eve ball, where she is expecting Prince Geoffrey to propose. Caitlin starts planning the ball with the prince and designing the gown for Lady Isabel at the same time. Both Caitlin and Prince Geoffrey fall in love with each other as they start spending time together, but Geoffrey's royal commitment to marry an aristocrat stands as a wall between their love. Number 7. A Princess for Christmas. Jules Daly is now the guardian of her young niece Maddie and nephew Milo after the tragic death of her sister and brother-in-law in an accident. Things take an amusing turn for Jules when one day an English butler arrives at her doorstep with an invitation from Edward, the Duke of Castleberry Hall, who wants to reconcile with his grandchildren after the death of his son. Jules accepts the invitation after some hesitation, which leads to an extraordinary Christmas adventure for the whole family. Number 6. Once Upon a Prince. This is a classic fairy tale story of a young woman named Susanna who one day, while working at her parents' garden store in a small town, Georgia, accepts help from a handsome stranger, Nate. They both get very fond of each other, but things turn upside down for them when a photo of them together gets leaked to the press. Susanna gets shocked when she gets to know who Nate really is, when Nate's mother calls him back home for his coronation as King Nathaniel of Cambria. They try to pursue their happily ever after despite royal obstructions. Number 5. A Royal Winter. When Maggie gets overwhelmed in her current life, she embarks on a last-minute European holiday for some soul-searching. There she meets a handsome guy, Adrian, and sparks start flying between them. But soon, she learns that Adrian is a prince who's about to be crowned king. They both then have to face many royal setbacks and have to fight for their love, because the prince's mother is not willing to marry her son off to a random tourist. Number 4. Christmas at the Palace. Katie, an ice skating choreographer, accidentally bumps into a man one night, not knowing that he is the king of San Senova, Alexander. Alexander's daughter, Princess Christina, is a fan of Katie, so he hires her to help his daughter in a Christmas ice skating performance. What will happen when the fate brings Alex and Katie together again? Watch Christmas at the Palace to find out. Number 3. A Royal Christmas. Emily Taylor is a seamstress who falls for Prince Leopold. When she travels to his home over Christmas, his mother, Queen Isadora, does not make her feel welcome and tries her best to keep them apart. Watch A Royal Christmas to find out how do these events turn in the favor of Emily. Number 2. Royal Matchmaker. King Edward of Moldavia hires Kate, who is a matchmaker, to find the bride for his son, Prince Sebastian. In her pursuit of finding a perfect bride for the prince, things take a turn for Kate when she realizes that she has herself developed feelings for the prince. Royal Matchmaker is a beautiful tale with some brilliant plot twists. Number 1. Crown for Christmas. Allie Evans gets fired from her job as a maid in New York and accepts a position as a governess to the daughter of the King of Windshire, Maximilian, whose wife has passed away. While Allie befriends the prince, she starts falling in love with the king, and the plot thickens when a countess who wants to marry the king starts scheming against Allie. How many of these modern royal fairy tales have you watched, and which ones do you like the most? Don't forget to share it with us in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, do give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next one.